Welcome to the God Game podcast. Alright, so be mainly talking about video game stuff in this thing. So I don't know, whatever. So I'm checking out this article called. The title of the article is Nintendo Switch Rockstar Games News Stock Update and Skyrim Release Date. So I'm gonna go over this article and check out what they got. Well, what it's talking about mainly. Having already missed on the likes of Call of Duty World War II and Destiny 2, other titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 are also set to join the list next year. However, there is another Rockstar game that does looks set for release on the hybrid console. So there is talking about Rockstar game, the creator of GT Grand Theft Auto games. Like apparently they have a game ready for the Nintendo Switch, which I'm personally excited for. Like I like Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar make good games. I personally enjoyed like Midnight Club, which but I don't know if these those will be the games. I don't think because I don't think the Nintendo Switch is powerful enough to play the Grand Theft Auto game. Well, at least GTA 5. I don't know about maybe not GTA 4, but maybe like older versions like Vice City and San Andreas. But I don't know if that's the case. New reports suggest that LA or my bad, I'm sorry. The new reports suggest that Lenore might be launched on the Nintendo Switch as well as the PS4 and Xbox One. Alright, so there's this game, Lenore. Well, I'm gonna search it up on Google. I don't know much about this game. Like I just opened this article. So Lenore. Oh, so it looks like a mob game, like a mobster game. Like oh, okay. So this might have been the one they were talking about because it's made by Rockstar, but it's sort of like like mafia. What it technically supposed to be because it's like gangster, like all those timey ass gangster where they dress nice for the gang activity. So that's what seems what it is. It is made by Rockstar, but it will be. It's not an Nintendo Switch exclusive. It will be available for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. This would make sense as the Rockstar parent publisher have repeatedly shown interest in launching more titles on the handheld console. Sorry. Well, apparently Rockstar, like, apparently this means like it's a good idea to launch it on the handheld console. Shown interest in launching more titles on handheld console. Oh, so it seems like Rockstar is like they like the idea of having their games on the go because they do have San Andreas and Vice City on like in the App Store on I believe iOS. I don't know about Android. In an iOS, and I played it on iOS. I played Vice City on iOS. It's okay, just the controllers I'm like because it's a freaking touchscreen. So there wouldn't be any trouble with specs, and it would offer Nintendo fans another fresh title to enjoy, especially if they never own an Xbox 360 or PS3. So this probably is an old game. Yeah, it's an old game. It's a older game that was released on PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360. It was released. Oh shit! This is really old game. It was released. Initially release date was May 17, 2011. Alright, it's an action adventure. That's the genre. But it's like one of those mafia games. That's the only game that will be available for the Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna call the Nintendo Switch NS, and Xbox One Xbox One X, whatever. I don't. I just call the NS Nintendo Switch. Alright, fuck it. Alright, so there wouldn't be any trouble with the specs. I already read that. My apologies. The latest update suggests that not only will Lenore feature new and improved visuals, so it's one of those updated graphics like HD edition, whatever. but also first-person mode and even PlayStation VR support. But I guess if you own PlayStation VR, it's probably pique your interest. You could be, I don't know, like be a mobster, like one of those old-time gangster in virtual reality. So that's pretty dope, I guess. And not only will be in third person, you can also change it into first person if you choose to. That's according to the comicbook.com, which claims to have heard the reports from 3 different sources. Alright, so it's just rumors so far, what it seems to be. Not really a legit thing. So, yeah. Okay, so there's a quote from Posts that said, "We have heard from 3 separate sources related to Rockstar that VR features have been prototyped for the PlayStation release of the game, indicating that VR mode might well be on its way," the post reads. In addition, we have heard that the first-person mode is planned to be added to all versions of the game. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so all 3 versions of the games will be first-person if you choose to. I prefer always third-person. I like looking at the character for some reason. I don't know. If these rumors amount to anything, it's easy to imagine a first-person mode being released in similar fashion to the first-person mode added to GTA 5 and Xbox One and PS4 versions. Alright, that's basically just talking about the first-person mode of this game. Rockstar hasn't confirmed the release date of the North remaster, although other sources have also linked the gaming giant on the same project. So it's not confirmed in rumors. Rumors emerged earlier this year when Jan 2295 told Twitter followers to expect a remaster of the open world detective game. My apology, so it's not a gangster game, but it looks like a gangster game. The ways they dress, the old timey thing, freaking look like a gangster game. The guy looks like a fucking gangster. Alright, whatever. So it's a detective game, so it's like a Batman sort of kind of thing situation. According to what I've heard, Rockstar might release the master version of Lenore on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so as this comes true, it will be on the NS. The Nintendo Switch has been a huge hit since its launch in March, with the console selling out quickly whenever it has come back into stock in stores. The Japanese gaming giant yesterday revealed that they hope to have Nintendo Switch restock available to retailers around the world in July and August. Alright, so next month we probably more Nintendo Switch for people. Which I really think because I pay like a extra $100 for mine. But I don't care. I enjoyed Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I enjoyed those games. The company say they're working as fast as possible to restock the hybrid console around the world. During an interview with Ars Technica, Senior Director of Corporate Communications Charlie Saibata said it's definitely not international in terms of sorting the market. We're making it as fast as we can. We want to get as many units out as we can to support all the software that's coming out right now. Our job really is to get out as quickly as we can, especially for this holiday because we want to have units on the shelves to support Super Mario Odyssey. Okay, so basically just they want to have more things to out, so by the time Super Mario Odyssey comes out, they can make money out of the games. I don't know if you know about this, but they made the Nintendo relatively cheap compared to like the Xbox One and the PS4, so that they can sell it cheaper to get like because they want to. I think the marketing strategy or the business strategy is to sell as much as possible of the units so that they can actually make money at the games. I don't know if you seen the cartridges, they're really small, so I'm assuming like the size is so that to save money because the Nintendo Wii U didn't do really well in sales. You know, I guess a decent amount has been sold, but compared to PS4 and the Xbox One, it did poorly. It did poorly. I think that's one of the strategies they're trying to do with the Nintendo Switch. Because you know, I love Nintendo with all my life, but they need to make money. They need to learn how to make money. They must. If they don't have money, they cannot make better games. They cannot have better games, better console, better situation for gamers. So I'm glad for them. Alright. The Nintendo Bigwit also said that the Big N had underestimated the amount of interest there would be happening in the console. Well, I think that's part. The Nintendo Wii U was really their fault. Not necessarily their fault. This has to do with the controller, how it had that home screen on the controller. Because the problem was, like third developers, sorry, they didn't know what to do with it. So like it would have games would look weird or like badly made or whatever, because the way they designed it, the way they made it, because like it had no usage with the lower screen, except for like if you don't want to play it on TV, you want to play it on the side of the room, boom, switch it to the controller and play it like it was a handheld, but in your home. That was also the thing nobody liked. It's like, oh, it's supposed to be a handheld. It cannot be like 20 feet, like 10 feet away from the actual console. That's not handheld. That's bullshit. So that's what the problem. I personally enjoy it. I don't really don't know all that much. So the Nintendo Wii U, I freaking loved it. It was amazing. I enjoyed it, and I love it to death. So that's why like when the Nintendo Switch came out, a lot of people like it. They saw that it was fully mobile. It was fully handheld, and they couldn't take it out anywhere. So that's what people actually wanted from Nintendo. Because the thing with the sales is that the 3DS was doing way better than the Nintendo Wii U. Like it was doing so good that when the PS Vita came out, I fucking crushed them. Even though it was because PS Vita didn't got out good games for the PS Vita, so it was devastated by the Nintendo 3DS. So that's what they saw. Nintendo saw they saw that the Nintendo 3DS was doing well, so they thought, okay, something that's let's do a console, but that is also a handheld, and that's where they came up with the Nintendo Switch, and that's why it's so good. That's why it's fully amazing. Love you. I love you, Nintendo. Alright. Nintendo sold 2.7 million units worldwide in the first month that the Nintendo Switch was on sale. Yeah, but freaking sold out. Sold out wasn't enough to say. You're planning to sell further 10 million units during the remainder of the financial year. Simon also said it was hard to say how much longer the Switch stock shortage would last. The Skyrim Nintendo Switch Edition release date may have been leaked. Okay, so rumors, because it said May, so these are rumors. Amazon US was advertising the game with a November 28th release date. I really want to consider that official, like not at all. I think they just put random dates for some reason. I don't know, like as placeholder text or whatever. At least according to Gaming Bolt. I don't trust. I don't know what Gaming Bolt is. Let's check it out. Who is Gaming Bolt? Who is Gaming Bolt? Oh, it's another news article. It's another news article online. So, with all this fake news things going on, I'm gonna be a little bit skeptical about that. To say Skyrim is coming to Nintendo Switch because the online thing because the one thing that game needed was the ability for us to all keep playing it no matter where, when, or how. Bethesda showed off the game on the Switch in great detail at E3 earlier this month, although they didn't give us the date of it beyond holiday, which I guess November, fall, that area, November, especially November 28th. However, it looks like we may have exact date for the game now, according to Amazon. Yeah, that's a big stretch. That's a big stretch because whatever date Amazon have, when it's not officially told the date, it's like 99% likely that is used placeholder text for that area. The game is listed for November 28th release this year, and that Amazon has a good track record with these things, this seems like a likely date, especially when you realize that Nintendo does not have any release date data for the Switch for November this year, meaning they may be keeping that month clear for Skyrim. So that part they say like talking about that Switch has no games to be released on that month. So kind of they're theorizing. It's just theories, hypotheses. Some trying to come up with something or reason to it that apparently Nintendo has no plans to release at least a major title or AAA title for that month. Plus, like by August there will be a Pokemon Tournament Deluxe on the next month, September. Following September, wait, what was it? October. That Super Mario Odyssey will be released. So that's the other major title. And maybe September was the Fire Emblem one, or the Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't remember, but they do provide a good point there, I guess, because nothing is on November. You could probably, Nintendo's probably like haven't done up at the point. Like, do a bunch of games by that month, because it's gonna be near to the holidays. So, alright. If this is true, hopefully we get to hear more about it from official channels in the coming month. Theories. There's all theories, not guaranteed, most likely not true. Stay tuned to Gaming Bolt for more coverage and information. Well, I'll provide a link on the description to this website and the website that I'm going back to. So, reference Game Bolt, that's a bad annotation. So, that's a bad citation. Apologies. I want to use that as 100% true. Alright. The listing has since changed to December 29, which is likely a placeholder until the date of official November 29, December 29. Obviously, there was a possibility it could have been a mistake if they wanted to use December as a placeholder. November was probably the placeholder. So they're trying to make news out of nothing. Which is likely a placeholder. It's not officially announced as the launch date. The November 28th release date seems more realistic, especially as it falls on a Tuesday, which is the day game typically launched in North America. Is that true? Wait, I'm not sure. Games, the day games typically launch in North America. Let's Google. Google knows everything. Alright, tell me, Google. Why release? Oh, it is. Huh. I'll take for a second. Alright, I guess I'm stupid. Or whatever. So, I guess there's launched in North America. But I guess that might be true, I guess. Fuck me, I guess. Whatever. What we do now that is... Okay, sorry. What we do now is that Skyrim will definitely launch in 2017. So stay tuned for more information. The Nintendo Switch Skyrim port will feature exclusive Nintendo content, including special items and armor from games like Legend of Zelda. Alright. So I think that's where this article ends. I will also leave a link in the description so that you guys can check it out for yourself. So like Nor. So let's look into Lenore a little bit. Oh, it's Lenore. Is that what it is? Because like I think it might be like the name of the guy. Lenore is a neo-noir detective action adventure video game developed by Team Bondi and published by Rockstar Games. It was supposedly released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 platforms. This is a Wikipedia page. You can Google Lenore, L-A-N-O-I-R-E, and then just check out the Wikipedia page. I know people edit these things. They're pretty well, like cycle through. They're pretty decent. So It was initially released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 platforms on 17 May 2011. A Microsoft Windows port was later released on November 8, 2011. LA Noir is set in Los Angeles, so I think it's LA, Los Angeles, and Noir. I don't know what Noir is. It's set in Los Angeles in 1947. So see, that's the time. That's what I thought was like one of those gangster games, which is like old times, 1947. And challenges the player controlling a Los Angeles Police Department, oh, that's cool, officer to solve a range of cases across 5 divisions. Sounds interesting. Players must investigate crime scenes for clues, follow up leads, and interrogate suspects, and the player succeeds at these activities will impact how much of each case story is revealed. Also, it might be like there might be different endings to the games. So that sounds pretty interesting, you know. Like there's a lot of people like they've been recently making a lot of games that has a lot of different endings, and people seem to enjoy it because it gives like people more to talk about. YouTubers making more, you know, YouTubers. You can just go and look it up and you see YouTubers playing this game and getting different results than what you got. And pretty cool. Kind of like it's really more fun. It's more fun. Like the game draws heavily from both the plot and aesthetics element of film noir. So that's where they got noir from. Okay, so it's purely based in old-timey movies style. Stylistic films made popular in the 1940s and 50s that share similar visual styles and themes, including crime and more ambiguity, along with drawing inspiration from real-life crimes for its in-game cases based upon what was reported by Los Angeles media in 1947. The game uses based upon what was reported by Los Angeles. Oh, so this is actually based on real crimes. Holy crap, that's actually really interesting. Well, you know, because this based on real actual events, will there be use of the N-word? Because one of these, you know, like this time, you know, it might seem cool, but it was pretty fucked up for many people. It was pretty fucked up. The game uses distinctive color palette, but in homage to film noir, it includes the option to play the game in black and white. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Play like, cause you will be playing, oh, like a classic movie. Oh man, that sounds so cool. I enjoy classic. I enjoy classic movies. Like, if I find one, various plot elements reference the major themes of detective and mobster stories such as The Naked City, Chinatown, The Untouchables, The Black Dahlia, and LA Confidential. So I was, that's right. Thank you. So it's about detectives and mobsters. But you play as a detective, probably they probably try to stop some mobsters, guys. Some like those notorious gangs. Illinois is notable for using depth analysis, newly developed technology motion scan, whereby the actors portraying the game's character were recorded by 32 surrounding cameras to capture facial expressions from every angle. Wow, that sounds like super technology back in the day. I don't know what the hell. The technology is central to the game interrogation mechanic, as player must use the suspect reaction to questioning the judge whether or not they're lying. Also, it's like a mechanic for the game to see like a strategy for you to solve a crime, to interrogate someone and figure out whether their statements are factual or non-factual. So that's pretty cool. LA Noir was the first video game to be shown at the Tribeca Film Festival. Okay, good for them. Upon release, the game received wide acclaim for its advanced storytelling and facial animation technology. So if they got really good story, I will play this game. I will buy this game. I'm probably 90% sure that I will enjoy this game. As of February 2012, both PC and console version has shipped nearly 5 million copies combined. So they did pretty well. I'm surprised I never heard of this. Like, I got a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I can just go get a game now. I probably can find that online here on Amazon. And alright, source code building. Oh, I see the 360 is at $9. The PlayStation 3 is at the. Oh wait. Yeah. Well, frick. Just one, like, someone is selling this for $51. Yeah, I'll stay up with the Xbox 360, but there's other prices. $9 the same. Alright, so here's the one $25 a PC. So PC is $12. So alright, so pretty. Yeah, so I can just go get this game if I wanted to play it. But if the Nintendo Switch is gonna have better graphics, like high definition, I might as well play that game. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm gonna look something to talk about now. Alright. Alright, so I got another article here, games by GameSpot.com. Nintendo exclusive. Switch could get more Wii U releases. Which Wii U games would you like to see come to the Switch? Alright, so is this an opinion-based article or is this an official what is going to happen? So the article started. Oh, ad popped up. Alright. The Wii U was disappointing from a sales perspective, selling 13.56 million systems by Nintendo Switch latest count, compared to more than 100 million for the Wii. Shit, that's terrible. Matching that sales level was probably never going to happen for Wii U, but it's understood that the Wii U underperformed. The Nintendo Switch is off to a strong start, helping Nintendo's market capture past Sony's, and with strong demand for the console and new games coming out, it seems that the sales figures tend to climb higher and higher. Alright, so generally, they screwed up with the Wii U, but the Nintendo Switch is doing way better. Alright. In an interview with Waypoint, Nintendo executive Reggie Reggie from Nintendo of America, said that fans can expect more enhanced version of Wii U games come to the Switch, following Arcade Deluxe and Pokken Deluxe. I bought Pokken Tournament on the Wii U. I personally enjoyed that game a lot. Pokemon is my favorite game, and being able to like get a fighting game out of Pokemon was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. Okay, I enjoyed that game a lot. The multiplayer was decent. The graphics actually were good, like better than I thought they were gonna be. Nothing impressive, but just by standards of Nintendo, they were pretty good. Those games originally were released as Wii U exclusive, but the new versions have more content and features, something Nintendo sounds like it would continue. So, when people have heard about the deluxe versions of Mario Kart 8 and Pokken Tournament, is that they're just getting the game because they probably were planning already getting extension packs or packs, regular whatever they call it, for the games on the Wii U. But since they didn't do well, they might as well have saved it and released it for the Nintendo Switch. Because like if you buy Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it has more maps and all the characters and all the maps you couldn't find with the extension pack. Like the extension pack they've been giving out. But the Pokken Tournament Deluxe has more characters and more battles arena, given some fans to theorize that those were going to be extension packs for the Wii U version, but since it didn't sold well on the Wii U, everybody else on Wii U, and just they just saved it and gonna release it in the Poker Tournament, or release on the Nintendo Switch on the index. So people, you know, so I don't know what actually. I don't know what people are gonna think about it. I personally am gonna love it. I'm gonna buy it. And I'm gonna play the hell out of it. So those came originally. Alright, so there's a quote from Reggie. Given the install base of Wii U, there was some fantastic content that consumer did not get to play, Reggie says. So that creates certainly a business opportunity. On the other hand, one of the things that we discussed internally is there really needs to be an additional element to that game to make it fresh, to further compel the consumer to buy in. I think the best example of that is Pokken Tournament Deluxe. Additional fighters that gives the fan a reason to buy into it. Same is true in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, providing a mode that the consumer wanted in terms of a better battle mode that was included in that game. And so I think the way we will continue to evaluate this is yes, do we have opportunities with great games that maybe were not played as broadly in the Wii U? But then what is plus alpha that's going to make it really compelling for the consumer? So it's practically saying that, okay, there are games on the Wii U that didn't do well, but they might do well on the Nintendo Switch because they have more stuff. So I see, I see the point why obviously it would do better, but because I'm definitely buying Pokémon Tournament Deluxe. I'm gonna spend those $60. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you said, Manny, you're stupid. Save your money. Be responsible. I don't care. I love Pokemon. I love Nintendo. I love Pokemon Tournament. I love the Nintendo Switch. And I'm gonna play the games. Sorry. Of course, Reggie did not mention any unannounced titles. Reggie's smart. Reggie is incredibly smart. Though he did tease. I think I retract my comment there. I can tell you there's more to be announced. One possibility for Wii U to Switch port is Super Smash Bros. Holy fuck. Thank you, Nintendo Lines. Oh, that's gonna be so awesome. I was complaining when the Nintendo Switch came out, like, oh, they could have just got the Wii U version of Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch on the first day. They could, people would be happy about that, because everybody freaking love Super Smash Bros. So it's, personally, I'll buy it. The game sold 5.2 million copies for the Wii U. I guess it's more than what the physical console, the Nintendo Switch, has been sold. So I guess by logic, common sense, it will definitely do good on the Nintendo Switch. And being one of Nintendo's biggest and best known franchises, obviously, a version of Switch will possibly new characters, and a version for Switch with possibly new characters and more features could be great. Alright, so now we're coming back to the theorizing. So, what characters they would add? Would they add like the Squid people and the arms? Yeah, probably those will be Squid Kids, Squid Boy and Squid Girl, and the ARMS characters. Shit, I haven't played ARMS. Freak, I want to play ARMS. I haven't bought ARMS because I've been busy as hell. But you guys don't care about that. You guys care about video games. Not about me. Screw me, right? Alright, in March, Reggie said Switch owners can expect that all Nintendo's major franchises, including Smash Bros., will eventually come to the console. So it now just seems like a matter of when, not if. Oh, cool. So eventually we'll have like the best games in the Nintendo Wii U on the Switch, which I think is a smart decision. Sort of. Would that be like, would that make people angry? It's like like for example, Super Mario Maker, because like a lot of people bought Super Mario Maker because it was really fun. You know, 'cause it was you could have the classic Super Mario, and you could make your own levels, have your own rules. It was really dope. So I don't know, like, would that game come in Nintendo Switch? Most likely, even though you don't have a stylus anymore. Wait, the screen is still touch. Alright. So let's see what's gonna happen from here now. I'm really excited. You can read the full interview here and wait. The Wii U games would you like to see come to what Wii U games you like to see on the Switch? Smash Bros gets my vote, mine too. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, my comments, not on this article. I'll leave a link to this article so you can check this out. Alright, let's see what else. What else? So we should search. You know what? I'm gonna search on ARMS. Talk about ARMS. Because ARMS is a new game, and I'm really excited about that. Oh, so there's a new update on ARMS. Probably like maybe like fixing some glitches or bugs, whatever. So ARMS version 1.1.0 update now available. Nintendo has released update version of 1.1.0 for ARMS, adding land play support and arena mode, and several fixes to the recently launched Switch fighting game. Also, they added a lot of shit. That's pretty cool. The full list of changes include land play support. You can now play against users within the same local area connection. Also, that didn't come out in the beginning? I thought that was already out. Alright, I'm playing with fidget spinner here, I'm sorry. If you click the L stick while pressing the L button and R button on the top menu, you can switch between local communication and land play. Arena mode. Sorry. I was like looking at something. Arena mode added. It's a mode where players can take turns fighting in one-on-one matches in different local communication and land play. A maximum of 4 people can enter the arena, but those not participating in the battle able to spectate. Oh, so it's like a tag team, like you can tag someone out, like WWE wrestling style. Cool. I actually like that arena mode. Alright, fixing issues where Kid Cobra continuously dodges when riding the skateboard. Alright, so that they fix a bug, fix an issue where Bark or Bite and Bark does a big warp when riding the skateboard and finishing special move rush. Okay, fix an issue where arms such as Chakram did not hit the purple boxes that appear in the Ribbon Ring Arena. Fix an issue where Biff says arms brand pricks instead of arms brand pricks. Oh, it said arms, not arms. Like, I think it pronounced it differently. Arm is not available for Nintendo Switch. So those were the updates they made for that game. So this sounds pretty interesting. I enjoyed. So that's pretty good. Well, that's enough for this podcast. Like if you enjoyed this, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed looking at what's up with the news and video games, especially with Nintendo. Nintendo, love Nintendo. So see you guys. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a wonderful life. And always remember, peace out.